I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss a woman's ass. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my nip.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
Yeah. The voice of reason back in the building. It's a Monday, so you know we got new topics. I'm turned up right now. The Zoe What show this morning was crazy.
Yeah. What'd you guys talk about?
Oh my God, it was crazy. We're just talking about materialism and consumerism and what is worth and what is meaning, and it was crazy. So you know we always like to bring the voice of reason in to follow the week, you know, the start of the week with another heater. Listen, before I even get to the topic, let me introduce everybody in the building. We got a full complement of voices in the building. We've got Pat Benatar's Negro twin sister in the building. That would be Red Panda.
Oh, who's Pat Benatar?
I know.
He must
Showing
be
his age again.
cute.
Showing your age again. So.
Hey, Pat Benatar was a beast. Don't play yourself.
Hey, happy Monday.
Welcome back, young lady.
Thank you.
Are you ready to talk about today's topic?
I'm going to take a breather, but I think I'm ready.
You must have some real foul shit to say, and I am all for it.
I'm going to try to keep it, G-rated.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Let's see how long you could keep this up. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, that's a mandate for everybody. Let's see how long you can keep up the G-rated. Mm-hmm. You too, Whitney. I don't ever want to see your face curl up like that again.
What does G-rated even mean?
A good girl. Just be a good girl.
Girl, bye. I stay a good girl.
Oh, my God. Here we go. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you know her. The Realionaires. Fucking Whitney Taber, Team Taber in the building.
Hey, guys. Happy Monday. Shout out to my man crush Monday. I ain't telling none of you hoes his name because I know y'all thirsty. But anyway,
okay.
Hey, boo, I see you.
Oh, my God. Craziness.
You know how it is.
And then, you know who it is. She done came in here and started preaching. She is a bishop of an Episcopalian church where she goes in and teaches people how to speak in tongues and pop lock. Or is that a Protestant church? Or is that a Pentecost? I don't know. She's got degrees in all forms of Negro Christianity. She's here. Comedian extraordinaire, actress extraordinaire, Aarona Lopez.
Yes. Who in the house? Me? I'm here. How you doing? Yes. Nerdy, sexy, cool, lame, and not ashamed. Aarona Lopez in the house. A proud graduate of Negro State University. Founded in 1992. All
yes,
right.
sir, boss, is their logo. Yes, sir.
Finna is our word of the decade.
Oh, my God. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an incredible topic today. As is commonplace, I want you guys to understand that this is a caller-driven show, so we want you to participate. We want to hear your opinion, your perspective. Please be objective, non-judgmental, and absolutely real up in this piece. The number to dial is 844-55-1. Today's topic, this one's going to hurt. Have black men given black women a good enough reason to not date other races? Have we done a good enough job showing you appreciation, showing you love, treating you right, respecting our families, respecting you? I mean, have we given you a good enough reason to not date other races? Have we given you a good enough reason to just close the door on whitey locks, or in this particular case, whitey cocks, or
say it again,
whitey cocks. Right? I'm just saying, have we closed the door on other penises, right? Or are we just lacking so badly? Are we just in such a bad way that other races are just quite a bit more attractive than we are? I'm just asking the question. Have black men given black women a good enough reason? I don't want to say excuse. A good enough reason to not date other races. This shit's about to be crazy. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Veronica Conway is also joining the conversation. She's going to be in here shortly. This shit's about to be nuts. I want to get everybody's opinion, starting with the one who's antsy.
I am really antsy.
Yes,
you notice
Red
that?
Panda.
You can see
yes.
my leg.
Yeah.
Why am I so antsy today?
I don't know.
Maybe it's the topic. First of all, that's a really loaded question. Have black men given black women enough reason to not date outside of their race? Whoa. For me, I honestly think it comes down to preference.
Okay.
I'm just being 100% honest. Okay. And plus, I'm in a little bit of a la-la land because I really like the black guy that I'm dating right now. So, my opinions may be a little biased at this time.
That's cool,
I love my melanin brothers.
I love it. Is it about preference? I like that. Whitney? Whitney is turned up already.
Gosh. Well, guys, hey, how you doing? This topic is awesome because I love men, all of y'all. Asians, black, white, Mexican.
Asians.
Yeah, that's a Filipino and an Asian together.
Okay.
I don't know. I just made it up. But no, I honestly, I'm sorry, black men, you guys want to sit here and bang on us and flaunt your white girls like they're better than us. Well, guess what? Billy is also better than you. So, on levels, there's levels to this shit. Billy doing it, though. Hey, Billy's learning some things. Let me tell y'all. Y'all don't know.
I'm going to beat Billy's ass.
Run, Billy.
I love Billy. You all don't even know.
Aarona, I'd like to know.
Man, listen.
What's your summation? Are you grading black men today? Jesus, I don't know.
Why you give me a different question? Am I grading them? That's not the question they got.
Hey.
My question is, are they giving us enough reasons for us to want to stay dating in our race? I feel like, yes, they are. They're giving us enough reasons. Because there are good black brothers out there. They're giving us enough reasons. However, it just depends on exposure. It depends on which black brothers are you exposed to. Because if you're exposed to a certain caliber of black brothers, the ones that don't know how to hold a conversation and only go, hey, my, yo, my, hey, bitch, if you don't respond to them, well, yeah, that Samoan with the ponytail is looking quite nice.
A Samoan with a ponytail.
And abs.
Veronica Conway, come in here and talk to me real quick. Because
Samoan with a ponytail. Wow, that's hilarious.
Yeah, let me frame it. Let me frame it really quickly, because what I hear a lot of, and maybe this is just the cross section of sisters and people that I've ran into across the country.
Here we go.
I'm just saying, I hear scarcity in our community. Scarcity of good black men. For every 100 sisters, there's 83 brothers left because the other group is in prison. So I'm just saying. So right now, everybody all hunky dory until they get their heart broke by a brother, and then the next thing you know, Kung Pao is cute. I'm just saying. Next thing, Kung Pao is up to bat. Veronica, can you speak to me about what brothers need to do in order to help sisters close the door on other phallics of other races? That's today's
other
topic.
phallics. That's so. I love the phraseology of that question. That is hilarious. I think that if black men were to take a stand to protect their black women, a real stand. In other words, no more bitches and hoes bullshit. No more oh, I'm just upset because she makes more money, and she's, it's like find a way to work in the constraints of our community, whatever, because we both have constraints. Black women have constraints because they've had to go into survival mode and masculine mode. Black men have constraints because they've been at the effect of this system. But it doesn't matter. It's like, how do we find a way to meet in the middle and get together so we can gangbang together? And I think that one of the things that black women would just, drop panties all day long for is a sense of protection from a strong black man.
So am I to understand this correctly? Are you intimating that black men do a poor job or even an inadequate job of protecting sisters? 844-55-1. Veronica Conway said it, not me. Veronica, could you answer that?
No, what I said is I think that women would have the opportunity to deeply surrender if black men took more of a stand around that. Yeah, in other words, we're the least protected women on Earth, on planet Earth.
Least
protected women, and we're probably under the most sort of assault in a certain kind of way, in the sense of the beauty standards, all that stuff. So if men would just resume that role, that lane, there'd be nowhere else to go, because the black male is the alpha male. We don't want to go anywhere. We don't want to have to go anywhere. And there has to be a sense of protection.
She said it again, y'all.
For us.
She said it again. Brothers, if you going to let Veronica say that we ain't did a good job protecting y'all, if y'all going to sit there and just listen to this show and let your sisters walk out the door and date other races, then don't call today. But if you want to stand up for your sisters and protect your women, call in right now, 844-55-1. Whitney.
I just wanted to make a great point. I need to reiterate what Veronica just said, because literally she just said black women are the least protected women on the planet, but yet we have the strongest men on the planet. To me, that is weird. So maybe I'm not trying to point fingers, but I'm just saying, men, maybe you guys should step it up, because y'all strong enough. What's going on?
So,
that's all I'm saying.
According to what the topic is, come on back and frame it up again. Have black men given black women a good enough reason to not date other races? Right? What reason is there for black women to remain faithful to black men? An interesting take on interracial dating, marriages, and the like in America. Now, the numbers will say black men date outside their race at a 14% clip.
That's it?
Right? 14%.
Oh, wow.
Sisters, however, date outside their race at a 4%
Yeah, that makes
clip.
sense.
Right.
Really?
Right.
That makes
We
sense.
don't leave y'all.
However, before y'all throw a parade for that shit, we don't leave. Hell no.
Still dealing with your ass.
I love you. I love and hate you, nigga. Anyway.
Ride or die.
Let me just say, at a 4% clip, but the numbers are rising. The sisters are now starting. See, this is the thing about sisters that tripped me out. And I want you to talk about this. And we're going to bring in our good friend, Doc Barham, transformational life coach as well. It's docbarham.com, correct?
Actually, let's see. It's robert.barham.com and docbarham.org.
Got it.
So, but that site has actually been taken down and a new one's being
Coming
put
up
up in its place.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's going to join the conversation as well. This is a conversation about interracial dating. Now, women are saying step up and do this and do that and step and you lame and
You asked.
You asked.
I am. And I want to hear from brothers who categorically disagree with the malarkey that's being spread around in here.
Even the lame ones can call in. Come on, guys.
844-55-1 is the number to dial. Please, let's participate on this one. Aarona had a statement to make. Aarona, what's your deal?
Yes. I was actually about to say, you said that the numbers were rising for African American women dating outside their race. There is a movement actually called Sisters Getting European Men.
See,
there's a real movement. I read it in Essence, so you know it's legit. Okay,
Is there a website?
I read it in Essence, so you got to go Google search the Essence article, so you know it's legit. But I'll find it during the break of what it's called. But it is a serious, real movement of like this black woman that got tired of being, treated away. And she went to Italy and found her man who loved her. And she was like, sisters, they love us over in Europe. So why do we have to sit up here and take this disrespect here when there's men in Europe that will love us and treat us like the queens we are?
So Chris is a nut.
Right.
Earlier we were talking about Kung Pao.
Yes.
I actually dated a Vietnamese guy from Australia. And
where's his feet soggy?
What is
you see the kind of shit that you do? That's terrible.
I'm so
That's fucking terrible.
I'm sorry. It's swampy over there.
I just want to point out we stopped being G like 5 seconds into the show.
What happened to being G?
I just asked if his feet were soggy.
No, his feet were not soggy. The dating experience was amazing, but he was challenged a little bit sexually, and I think he was intimidated socially.
You saying he had a little?
Because brothers did not
He had
take kindly to that when we were out and about.
A little noon chuck. Is that what you're telling me?
He was a little challenged sexually.
I can't deal with you though.
This why we assholes.
He said a noon
You gonna
chuck.
come on back, girl. Test every little penis out there and come on back to King Phallic.
That's been my problem with dating outside of my race. The sexually thing and the social thing. Like men of other races get intimidated by black men when they're out with a black woman.
Because we be looking at them like, you fucking with him?
You guys are unforgiving.
Then find a hood Asian nigga and you're good.
A hood Asian?
In K-Town. Let's go to K-Town. I'll find us all squad. We'll be good. We in the triad and everything.
Squad.
It's nothing.
Oh my God.
See, but you know what's funny about that? We're more forgiving of black men for dating outside their race than black men are of us dating outside our race. Just like how he said, he'll see us out and be like, how you with him? What you doing with that? Like,
y'all do the same.
No, we are the biggest sellouts when we do it.
When y'all see us walking down the street. Okay, let's picture Idris Elba.
Okay.
Let's
Walking
do that.
down the street
No
with
shirt.
little Santa Monica Becky.
Okay.
How you feel about it? Y'all about to lie.
I
see it all the
don't. My
time.
last name is Lopez now, brother. I don't feel no way about it.
Are you mixed?
No, I had some Dominican in me. Listen.
She had some Dominican
You had
in
some.
her.
Right. I'm like, what?
Had some.
For 2 years. It was in me. Huh?
I can't.
Catch that.
I got it. Caught it.
I think black women are more used to seeing men outside of their race.
Can I just
Yeah.
speak to this?
Wait.
Oh,
Doctor,
okay.
let's get
ahead,
Doc
Doc.
Barham in.
Yeah.
Crossfire.
I guess
Right.
what keeps coming up
He's
to
a
me
white
is,
man. He's a
what
little
if all this
uncomfortable.
is actually moving in a direction of something that's really good, which is maybe more people should be dating outside their race, and the more they date outside their race, the more that the races become, the boundaries and borders become less harshly defined. So then what ends up happening is everybody on the planet becomes kind of more the same, and so there aren't all these divisions and boundaries and things like that. That's just what's coming up to me. I mean, I remember dating a Mexican girl, and I really, really liked her a lot. And what I found was it was really disappointing because the community did not support it. Where I went, though, I was a güero, you know?
Gringo.
Right? Gringo güero. And I couldn't go to the laundromat without, like, hearing this string of, that kind of stuff about me.
Oh, God.
I'm like, man, I'm just here to do a load of laundry and be with my girlfriend.
Damn.
And like, why would my business have anything to do with you? I'm going to do what I do over here. You do what you do over there, and God bless you. Mm-hmm. But I guess a lot of times it
We
seems
have
like.
different God's homes.
What you mean, the machismo?
Whitney?
Well, being the biracial butterfly that I am, my mother is African American. My mom is from Philly, and my dad is a white boy
well, then
from
you're black.
California.
One drop rule.
So and I'm the youngest of their 3 children, and I'm 29. So my parents dealt with so much. Honestly, I feel like my grandparents on my black side are still mad at my mom for running off to the Navy and falling in love with a white boy. Oh my gosh.
But listen, are you guys telling me that black men are the baddest dudes on the planet? Right? You guys are giving all these compliments, but at the same time, you're also saying they ain't doing shit. They the baddest, but they ain't doing shit. I heard Whitney say they not protecting us. We the least protected. Veronica said it too. Everybody said we the least protected, but y'all the baddest and y'all this and y'all that. Just sounds like you guys are just talking a lot of shit about black men. I haven't heard one good thing. Not one.
Well,
can I just say
not
this?
one. I hate you all. Go ahead, Ashonti.
I feel like, to a certain extent, black men feel like they're losing socially and economically. So a lot of times they feel like having a woman outside of their race will boost their status.
Really?
You know what I mean?
yes. Oh, I see
Yeah.
that.
Who believes that hogwash?
And when you get on, they leave your
844-55-1.
ass for a white girl.
Kanye said it. You don't argue with Kanye, Zoe.
He running for president in 2020. He know what he's talking about.
Because she got good credit. She got good credit. She can come up.
You know, they gonna put the trap house in her name. God is blessing all the trap niggas. We know that.
Oh my God. Listen, just I need to know from our listeners, 844-55-1. We're talking about what black men can do, right? It's a twist on the interracial dating scene. Because we want to know what black men can do to prevent his woman. I claim you guys as ours, my woman. Prevent her from dating other phallics. How can we do it? What is the first thing black men need to do? We know we got the dang-a-lang, but what else? What else can we bring to the table that would make us more attractive to you? You guys are starting to become a little cold. What can we do about it? You guys are mean. You guys are
All of us, huh?
yeah, attitudinal.
Attitudinal.
Nigga, you got your own gang of attitude-filled women. Just stop. You're the leader. Anyway.
You know, I don't like your attitude, though. How you expect us to like black men if they all gonna sound like that? You ain't said nothing nice about us, huh?
We always praise you guys.
You ain't said nothing nice about none of us.
Not tonight, because you guys are traitors. You're dick traitors.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Can we talk about it a little bit in the socio-political context just
Sure
for a
we
moment?
can. Please.
Okay.
Let's
great.
see if this makes sense.
So okay. Well, I'll do my best. So a couple of things. Understand that racism and the reason that it was invented was to really prevent the black man from fucking interracially. So it's really the white man's issue, all of this stuff about interracial dating, because if you look at, and there's a real resurgence of this out here in the popular zeitgeist among white nationalists. Why do you think Trump is so hard winning right now? It's because what they're really saying is if black men and white women get together, and white women are naturally attracted to black men, and because they're so alpha, but black men will literally fuck the white race off the planet because the white race ceases to exist after a certain point if we keep interbreeding in that interracially. So racism and all of that is really the white man's issue. We have internalized that, but it's not really our issue. We have to look at it in terms of that. The other thing I'm going to say about it is when I look at there's a site, and we've talked about this before, Zoe, called fieldnegro.net, I think. And it shows all the black men with all their white women, right? With all these white women.
Oh, yeah, I've seen this
famous
website.
Black men, right? It's like hundreds and hundreds of famous black, quote-unquote, elite men with white women. And so when I look at that, I don't get mad about it personally. What I get pissed off about is the transference of wealth. In other words, it's taken us generations to even be able to sit at the table and play the economic game in America. And what's going to happen is these men are going to turn over and transfer all that wealth. And we estimate that it's probably it's trillions of dollars. Probably it's a ton of money.
So, but wait,
go
Veronica,
back to the white community through death and divorce.
But Veronica, hold on. Let's come back.
All right.
I done told you guys about circling the wagons around the raggedy girls, the raggedy sisters.
Well, raggities.
There are some girls out there, some sisters in our community, who only date other races so they can get pretty babies. good hair.
Can we not even
colored
talk about
eyes?
them?
Yeah, we gotta talk about them because y'all can't sit back and be like, well, if the man will step his game up, what about the good hair mafia?
Says the man with the green eyes, though.
I'm just saying.
You could always just
I got him the good old-fashioned way, massa.
You could always just go down to a sperm donor clinic, right?
Yeah, there
you surely can.
That's right. You can just go down there and look for all of the genetics that you want.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You can pick it out.
I'm just saying, you guys are really harsh on brothers, and y'all talking about this international love sisters get. Don't ever twist it up. The world loves the black penis.
So check this out. What do you love the most about sisters? What do you love?
Who, me?
Yeah, you said we belong, like, sisters, y'all mine. I claim y'all. Okay, why?
Oh,
Spill
me
it.
personally.
I'm waiting.
I've been waiting to hear this
Record
for
this.
months.
Hold on. Let me get my camera.
Get it on
You
Periscope.
guys
Let's go.
are ready for this?
Yeah, let me get a camera out. This
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Joe on line 2 from Houston.
Look.
Hey, Joe, welcome to the show.
Hey, Joe. How you doing, Joe?
844-55-1.
Exactly. You don't ever turn the tables on Zoe on his own show. Are you crazy? What's happening, Joe? Speak on it, homie.
Got me calling in before Monday Night Football.
You feels me?
All right.
I will say I understand their pain, but I also have to say that part of the problem is we didn't go around saying we don't need y'all. At one point, if you keep saying you don't need somebody, they're not going to be there for you.
I don't think the black man has ever said he don't need a sister. I don't think a black man has ever said that.
Snoop Dogg said it.
Go further.
Seal.
So, I mean, at one point, like, if you want us, like, do y'all feel protected? I'm sure y'all don't at some point because some of y'all are left out there. But it's a catch-22 because you said you were strong and independent and you didn't need no man.
You did say that.
Now that you're strong and independent, now that you don't have a man, now you feel unprotected like that. Y'all didn't think this through.
Yeah, you got it. You know what you're doing, Joe? You got them recoiling. They in here writing and scribbling and shit. They in here recoiling.
Mind your business.
Because you told the truth, Joe. Do you have another nugget of truth?
The last part about that is we don't care that if y'all want to date interracially. We don't. As long as you do it the same way. Because tell them you don't need them either.
Ooh.
Don't go around the world talking about we want white guys, we want Asian guys, we want Hispanic guys, but say we don't need black guys. Like,
Joe, I can't let you leave. I can't let you leave. I got to ask you this question. I want your honest opinion. Do black women treat men of other ethnicities better than they treat brothers? 844-55-1. Speak on it.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that totally, but I will say what I've noticed is black women give good men away.
I think black women know how to act around white men.
What?
Are we trained dogs?
844-55-1. Anybody who disagrees with that, just let me know.
Ding, ding, ding. I'm so. Go right ahead,
They
Joe.
turned up. Look at them. They
Go,
excited.
Joe. Go,
Jeez.
Joe. Go. Yes, Joe. You go, Joe.
No, you do notice the lack of respect and the lack of effort when they date certain type of black men compared to other races of men, because that's if you gonna be committed all the way. You can't be a down chick for a thug. Then you don't like a guy that can provide for you because you don't like the way he dressed. But you like a white guy that's just as corny as
Exactly.
a black guy. You wanna date. You got to be consistent.
Exactly. Joe knocked it out the park. Thank you for the call, brother. We appreciate it. More good brothers call in and refute the doctrine of divas right now.
I'd like to respond to that.
Go ahead, Veronica.
VC, get in there.
Alrighty.
Tag it in there.
Yeah. So listen, I walked away from a Jewish Swiss banker that is today worth $1 billion, and that I could have married for black men. For black men. to support and love my black men. I walked away from a life of total luxury and whatever, private planes, the whole nine. So, I think that we naturally gravitate back towards our men. I think we do. I do think there has to be a sense of black men taking a leadership stand in our community for the community. In other words, we're going to have to build we've got to restore a community, right? We have to restore the black family. We have whatever configuration that is. There has to be a restoration of that. And I don't think that it's women's role to lead that. It's actually men's role to say, what are we going to do for our community? How are we going to protect our women? How do we raise the next generation? How do we develop an economic system that's outside of this system so that we can thrive on our own terms? If men want to lead, that's his role to say. You can't look to women to do that.
Listen, I've heard enough.
Oh, gosh.
I know you have a question, but I've heard enough. The bottom line is, okay, Ashonti talked about preference. Right? Black people don't have a preference.
What?
Come on now.
I'm offering an idea. You want to get that phone line? I think it's ringing. There's a couple of them ringing.
Hotline.
Would you like to get it? Anyway, black people don't have a preference. What? And I'll tell you why. And then I'm going to go to your question. I'll tell you why black people don't have a preference.
Tell me, please, hurry.
Go.
If you live in a society that marginalizes your skin color, right? That limits your opportunities, right? Education, political, social, the whole 9 yards, socioeconomics. How do you have a clear vision of a person? Do you understand? You're not really looking at their spirit. You're in a capitalist society. You tend to look at their possessions. We want to talk about, that's what we talked about earlier today, value and meaning, right? Isn't it hard to see real value and meaning in a capitalistic, greedy, narcissistic society? That's one angle. The other angle is the ageism, racism, sexism, classism filter. So, I choose this person because I prefer. No, your conditioning is choosing.
BS.
Who agrees or disagrees? 844-55-1. Speak on it!
No. Oh my gosh, so
I have
you
a
sound
question.
crazy. You sound
I sound
crazy.
very
You
intelligent.
sound crazy. I'm sorry. Out of all
Go
this
on.
stuff that we've talked about already on the show, no one has said, what about love, man? What about love? I'm sorry, my daddy was broke when he met my broke ass mama. They were both in the Navy. They got out of the Navy and fell in love and got married and had 3 biracial butterflies. I don't understand why. What is wrong with that? Like, people don't care about love. Like,
Nothing's wrong with that.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, come on, guys.
How do
Bring it
blind
back.
people fall in love? They can't even see each other.
See?
His whole theory is bullshit.
Blind people.
With a big
How they
D.
find in love?
Energy, hold on. Energy isn't blind.
No. Exactly. It's a feeling. It's love. They're not worried about classism, racism, sexism, and all those divisive issues. They're worried about how they feel.
They are when the movie theater don't have those little ramps.
You're so
Okay.
I can't.
Are just out of fucking
Out of
control.
pocket.
Ray Charles was in love with arm wrists. Okay, that was enough.
And, like, man.
That don't mean the socioeconomic things didn't hit Ray Charles' ass either, and it did. Listen, we've got to take a quick break. But when we come back,
I'm going to go get my gloves on.
we're going to continue this conversation on race relations in America. Are the brothers doing enough to keep the sisters satisfied? Is it even possible to satisfy you insatiable monsters? Anyway, 844-55-1 is the number to dial, and we'll speak shortly. Hey, this is Zoe Williams, and you're listening to the Voice of Reason on Hot Button Radio.
Well, we're back with DJ Disrespect on the ones and twos.
I'm just saying.
DJ Disrespected on ones and twos, y'all.
No, me and Chris have this running thing.
It's hilarious.
Right? We have this running thing. Chris, I say he's like Prince. You know how Prince will just make music for himself?
Yeah.
He's not making music for the fans. He don't give a fuck if you like it or not. You know, people be like, man, make some more of that little red Corvette type shit. Nigga, fuck you. Yeah. You understand what I mean? Like, Prince makes music for himself. And then if you vibe with it, you just happen to vibe with it. Chris is the polar opposite DJ. You know, most DJs be like, what you want to hear? This club like this kind of music. I'm going to play what they like. Chris be over here like his big ass iPod, and he just listening.
He's in the bedroom doing a little shuffle
Right.
by
If
himself.
there was a mirror here, this nigga be butt naked.
In Chicago, we call that DJ selfish.
That's him. Damn. Anyway, let me just say this racism thing is big in America. And I question any oppressed person, especially if they've been oppressed via their color. Right? You don't see white people on ABC with a new TV show called The New Whitish. But you got Blackish. We not really hood no more because we doing well. So we not really black. You don't see white people talking about we're the new white. You know, the old white is out. We're the new white. We're off white. You don't see that. It's always black people doing that. We're the new black. Right? I just want to know if you got all of this stuff.
No, white people do that.
Just gonna jump in, huh?
Isn't that the Beverly Hillbillies?
You better get down.
No, you know what they do? They appropriate blackness, and they call that the new white. They appropriate our terminology and our dress and all of our swag, and they call that the new white. That's don't.
I know you get
Foreign.
I know you get a little emotional, Veronica, and you have to jump in, even though I'm trying to set you up.
Sorry.
That's like taking the ball out of the pitcher's hand and throwing it in the air and hitting it and hitting a home run. That it don't count. Let me set you up. Thank you.
Just fake.
Let's get to the phone lines. Let's go to Las Vegas. We've got Andrew on the line 3. Speak on it, Andrew.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Hey, Andrew.
What's up? How you doing, boo?
Stop, Whitney, because Whitney is tripping. What's up, Andrew?
She sounded like Baps.
That's her favorite movie.
You know what?
I was in it.
You know what? If I wasn't married, I would actually call you up. You know that, right?
How you doing? What you gonna call me though? Shout out to your wife though. I appreciate it. And
Y'all stupid right now.
Go Black Love.
So what's your question, brother?
But listen, this is the thing that I'm having trouble with. Maybe you can help me out. So, why is it that every time the years go by, that everything seems A-okay with a black man dating a white woman because he feels that he can get away with murder? In other words, he can get away with, talking back, cheating, stealing, crying, all that other stuff. That's where you get away from a strong black woman. Now I've been married for six years. Been with a strong black woman for 10.
Congratulations.
That's what we've been missing in that's what we've been missing in this community for the past decade, I believe.
All right,
now, I'm not telling anybody else what to do. You can do whatever you want to do. You can date whoever you want to date, and that's fine. But I'll be damned if I'm going to step away from my black roots.
I know that's right.
Hey, man, thanks for the call.
Blood, red for the blood, black for the soul, and green for the green for the money.
For the land, brother.
For the land.
For the weed.
How you gonna do the black African flag?
Okay, see, he got the black
hate on
African
my-
pro-black telemarketer script right there.
Y'all hate on my married boo.
Look, I'm only 35 years old now. I'm just now learning this stuff.
Hey, I ain't mad at you, but
That's what's up.
I love the fact that you called in and you shared it. That's the key. Now tell your wife to put the gun down. You said it. Thank you for the call, bro. We appreciate it. Listen, we got a lot of callers, man, that want to chime in. Let's get a couple more in, and then we'll come back to the conversation with the round table and the panel. Let's go to Dallas. Line 2. Ron is on the line. Remember, the number to dial is 844-55-1. Ron, welcome to the Voice of Reason. Holler at me.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, brother,
Ron.
what's happening?
My bad. I think they said it's A Ron. What's going on, y'all?
Hey, Ron.
All right. Hey, Ron. What up, Ron? Hey, nigga.
Hey.
Go ahead, Ron.
Hey, what's happening, homie?
Yeah, exactly.
There he is.
Nah, but I'm gonna go to a point as though you always talk about relationships and how men and women they pick who they are. meaning, you know, you are who you pick. So if you go through certain relationships and certain bad things that happen, it happens for a reason, and you are who the person you pick, right?
Right.
Now, I have a question to ask the ladies, and I'm gonna use my scenario. If you see a guy and he's 35 years old, never been married, has no kids, has his own work, he works, he has everything he has, what's the first thing you gonna think about him?
He care about his career.
He's stable.
He's picky.
Well, see, y'all in Hollywood land, so it's a little bit different out here.
Exactly. Speak on it, brother.
There's a no BS.
And
on the real though, I would say there's probably a lack of good women wherever you are living at, is what I would think off top. There's probably some lame bitches
you might be
there.
right. You might be right. But I've been going through this majority of my life, and the first thing a woman say is, "What's wrong with you?"
Oh, well,
what you mean, what's
we
wrong
get
with me?
that too.
Yeah, that's like, you don't have no kids? Something wrong with you. You ain't got no baby mama? Something wrong with you. You live by yourself, too? Oh, hell no, nigga. I don't like you. You crazy. So I hear that a lot, and it's just like, sometimes women go through so much bad things when they get a good guy, they don't know what to do with him.
Oh, so you're saying African American women are cynical?
You gonna put words in this nigga's mouth, man.
Yeah, basically.
That's what he said, though.
You're
right.
Shit, that's what he said.
But we talked about this on a previous show with a female caller, and she said the same thing. She said she's got her own, she's got her, you know, she got her house, she's taking care of her own, and men relate to her as like, what's wrong with you? Why aren't you married yet? And she's like, I'm just waiting to choose the right person. And so it goes back to that deficit-based, wound-based relating that we do as wounded people in Black America. That's the problem, is that we let an expectation deficit around what we can expect to honestly experience in the love space.
Wait.
Because,
say more about expectation deficit. That was interesting. What
we don't-
concept is that? What does that mean?
Yeah, because we don't get to actually feel the full power of our desire anymore, because it's been so thwarted over all of the history of wounding that we have over our lifetimes. Listen, I do a lot of work with people around regression therapy, especially Black folks, only Black folks. My clientele is Black. We go back and we look at all of the wounds that lead to decision-making, that lead to the patterns that you have today. And so often we get so beat down by early traumatic experiences that we don't expect much from ourselves or from other Black people. We've learned to stop doing that because we've been so disappointed.
Wait, so you're saying that because we don't expect much from us, we have higher expectations from other people, from other races, especially when it comes to relating. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe. I mean, maybe. I just think with each other, we get so wounded by, with, and through each other, and that's been passed down to us from dominant culture, and then we pass it down to ourselves intergenerationally. I think that we're in this permanent state of woundedness, and so we don't expect much.
That's interesting. Aarona, I'd like to get your opinion.
Hey, Aaron. You still there, brother?
He gone.
Okay, well, too bad. Listen.
But he can hear you.
Okay, in spirit. Here we go. The key word is exposure. That's the key word right there. You can only, whatever you're exposing yourself to, that's what you're going to be affected by. Whatever you exposed yourself to, that's what you're going to be limited by. Clearly, a woman who says that to you, that's all she's been exposed to, and she has a problem. That doesn't mean that that's all there is out there. That just means you don't need to affiliate with no other bitches that think that small like that. And you need to think bigger and get outside of wherever your comfort zone is, so you can meet those other women that won't think it's strange that you actually are 35 with your life together, because that's what you're supposed to be at 35. You're not supposed to be broke off at 35.
What if the question you can respond with is, what's right about me?
Right.
Instead of what's wrong with me, maybe the question is, what's right about me? You could completely reframe her perception and have her go inside and think about that for a moment.
Flip it on them.
Now, you know good and damn well, Doc, most people are frightened to go inside.
Just do
I'm
it.
saying, most people are frightened to go inside. They need a guide. Sometimes you got to, and some people, especially in
Well, I mean, if you ask somebody that question, what does it do? It gives them pause and it causes them to reflect upon it.
True.
Right?
True.
Because their mind is actually headed in a single direction at that moment. What's wrong with you? So they're looking for what's wrong with you. And it doesn't occur to them in that moment, wait a minute, there's both, quote, good and bad, and both of them are actually stories that people make up, per se.
Wow.
Not
This is
necessarily
good.
true. So what's
This is
right
good.
about me?
Yeah.
Have you looked at that?
Ooh, that's good shit. Ashonti.
I have a question because we've kind of touched on this in multiple shows. Why is it that independent women are looked at as if they don't deserve protection? Oh, you want to be independent. You don't deserve to be protected. But why? Why can't that go hand in hand?
Yeah.
What's wrong with the independent woman?
Can I ask a question about that?
Yeah.
And I want to know your opinions on it, ladies. All the ladies will speak on it. 844-55-1. That's the number to dial. I say this in love. Right? I
Very
do.
cool.
I say this in love. And this is just an idea. I don't think this is the truth. But I could see how some would think this way. Regarding your statement, Ashonti, is a sister's mouth directly related to the level of protection she will receive from a brother? Can we? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
great question.
And like I
Great
said,
question.
I'm not trying to be an asshole, but sometimes sisters be like, protect, but they forget how they project. So if you're projecting outward as aggressively as a man would to a man, the same man you want to protect you, why would he want to? When you're coming across as if you can handle this shit yourself.
See, but
does that? I want everybody to respond. Go ahead, Ashonti.
Yeah.
Anytime that I have met a man that I feel like is for me, I submit to him. So I feel like if a woman is projecting that she doesn't need that nigga, maybe it's because she really doesn't. And is that to say that independence means that she's saying she doesn't need the man? Because I don't think that's the same thing. But I feel like that's where you guys are coming from.
That's
Independence means that we don't need a guy.
Well, independence isn't just a state of being for a lot of sisters. It's also backed up by what they proclaim with their mouths. I don't need you, nigga. Done came out of many sisters. Am I bullshitting, Veronica?
Here's what I think about it. I think
I
that
just asked if I was bullshitting.
here's what I think about it. I think that there has there has to be a way. In other words, I think okay, let me say this still be love.
We done got Veronica tripped up. Yeah. She done got tripped up a little bit up in here.
Let me say this and still be loved. And this is it. We're talking about what real alpha men do. I'm talking about stomp down brothers in a category of one. They fuck their women out of their insecurity. They have enough spiritual firepower sitting in the head of their penis. They have enough energy vibrating in their heart space that they can actually perceive a woman and fuck her out of her craziness. And that's the truth. So here's the thing. So in our community, we have been misappropriating sex, which is our most powerful tool against everything. But we use it for recreation instead of for the spiritual purpose that it was intended for. So if a man is willing to stand present with a woman and let her burn off all of the insanity, then you will get a queen and a goddess. But not until then. And so it's not a question of blame. It's a question of at what point do we decide to retreat to our natural lanes and our natural functions so that we can actually collaborate and be together again. But men are going to have to take that stand, and nothing but that.
So let me be clear. Hey, God, I love you. Let me just say, the only way for men, brothers, to pull women back on our team,
yes,
is to fuck the insanity out of you. Get to your phone lines right now.
How long does that last? Is that sustainable?
It's totally sustainable.
Really?
It's totally sustainable.
I think he's wondering how long of a time commitment does that take? Is that a 2
I
hour?
know what I'm talking about. I mean, I guess I used to be there before. I'm not sure that I agree with that. I mean, that seems
It's
like
okay.
That,
You don't have to. I'm saying that experience exists on planet Earth. Whether or not you have experienced it as a reality has no bearing on whether it exists.
Oh, I have experienced
it
as a reality.
So brothers,
Absolutely.
brothers are going to have to decide if you want to fuck, then use it for that. Use it to penetrate the woman, to break her out of her insanity. Use it intentionally and consciously. Use the greatest gift that you've been given, which makes you alpha, by the way, because you can fuck things into existence. Use it for its higher purpose. And then you won't have this problem with women being mouthy or whatever. They will surrender.
Yeah,
But
you
y'all
put
gonna
something in
have
that
to do
mouth.
that.
Yeah, I've been real quiet lately.
Oh my
shit.
goodness.
Okay. Well, all right then.
Oh, wow.
Little panda's in heat. You better go get her neutered.
We got no time for little baby pandas running around here,
Jesus,
girl.
spade her up real quick. Anyway, listen, we've got callers, crazy callers. Let's get to the phone lines right now. Sean, DC, line 5. You're on the Voice of Reason. Holler at us, man. Tell us what you think.
Hey, how's everybody?
Hello.
I just woke up too.
Ooh, yeah, I'm using
I feel like this question kind of isn't really just for men. It's kind of like we all in the African American community have to take responsibility for everything. Because at some point, let's say 20, 30 years ago, when we stayed together, we actually got married and then had kids. I mean, if you go to any city and look at, you go to the family court, it looks like somebody unloaded a slave ship. So,
okay,
really, I feel like we've lost a certain amount of respect. And I feel like when it comes to anything in society, first and foremost, black women have to realize that the cradle to civilization will always be in between your legs. So there's a lot more control that you have over your circumstances when it comes to the men that you have in your life than you may be willing to understand or may have the foresight to see. I feel like if women said tomorrow we find it sexy that all men wear pink T-shirts, everybody will go out and buy a pink T-shirt the next day. So I feel like you always have to be who you want to meet. And I feel like the idea that good black men, there's a shortage, I think that's, a myth. And like I said, I just feel like you have to be who you want to meet, and the idea that by default finding a white man above all other races will somehow automatically give you a happy ending. It's just
Sean,
it's false. And I think,
man, that's a profound statement, man. And we appreciate you calling in.
Thanks,
that
Sean.
was heavy, man.
Yeah.
You brought DC in the building. Listen, if you want to bring your city into the building, just get to your phone lines right now. 844-55-1. You're listening to the Voice of Reason on Hot Button Radio. Hot Button Radio is the station. Radio is the network. This is what we do up in here on the Voice of Reason. We got a bunch of intelligent, sassy, angry, spiritual, free, beautiful, juicy sisters here that chime in weekly on these particular topics when we want to know what you think. So get to your phone lines right now, and that's 844-55-1. I want to go to line 4 really quickly. Oh, we lost him? Damn it. Call back, 84, because I need to hear from him. 844-55-1, that's the number to dial. Let's go to New Orleans, line 2, Mundo. Profundo.
What's up, Zoe, baby?
What's happening, man?
Cool, ladies. How y'all kicking it?
Hey.
Man, listen, so first of all, Zoe, man, I've been reading. This is the second time I read the new book.
Oh, wow.
And, bro, like, I really wanted to, it's designed for relationships, but it made me just take evaluation of myself more than another person. Like, so it's a beautiful thing you wrote. That's a beautiful piece of work, man, and I want to really congratulate you on that.
Wow.
For putting that together.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
That's serious, bro.
Awesome.
That's serious.
Thank you,
and,
sir.
I want to go back to what Ashonti said, if I can, about independent women and protection, and protection from a man. Mm-hmm. And I really want to say that protection from me, in particular, I can't speak for every man, but I will provide for the woman that I choose at any given time. But that protection comes with instructions. It's not just blind protection. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to protect you from yourself most of all, because if you don't put yourself or me and you in certain positions, then my protection doesn't have to be so defensive. It can be offensive.
That sounds flexible.
Whitney does not agree.
No, but I'm just saying, what do you mean you're going to protect me from myself? Like I don't have a brain of my own that I don't know what I'm doing?
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. Of course you know what you're doing, because if you dealing with me, I ain't going to pick no dummy.
Ooh.
What I'm saying is certain things, like I might have a foresight about you that you don't see. And you'll have a foresight about me that I don't see. And that's the whole point of relationships. So when you do something and you say and you go off the rail a little bit or go outside of the protection, and then you fall, and I'm standing there, I really have to go out of the way to catch you because you stepped out of the zone. Now we can go explore the zone, but a lot of times that protection comes with instructions.
Yeah,
I think that's the best way I can say it.
Man, that's good stuff, man. We appreciate that call.
That makes sense.
Mundo Profundo.
That's some reverse psychology pimping right there.
I guess I like the word instead of instructions, maybe guidance. I'm team guidance.
So words bother you.
Words bother me.
Words bother you.
That kind of sounds like
So you can't. You
contingencies.
can't. Wait a minute. Hold on. There's instructions. You heard what he said.
Instructions.
And listen, if you follow what Veronica says about the energy in his penis, and he has enough energy in the tip of his penis head,
right?
You understand? You're gonna want his instructions anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yes.
Download them, Daddy.
Can I also say that that if you're gonna we talked about this before, if you're gonna choose a man that's alpha to you, in other words, we keep choosing men that are either beta to us or omega to us, or like. But if you choose a man that's alpha to you, you're actually going to crave his leadership. It's not there's no conflict, but he's got to be alpha. In other words, he can't be beta to you and then give instruction because he doesn't know more than you. But if he's alpha to you, and then you can relax in his alphaness, then you actually crave his instruction.
Whoa! I got to pump your brakes really quickly. When you say know more than you, we have to quantify knowing, right? Because the brain doesn't know the difference between reality and non-reality.
Maybe I misspoke. I'm going to say it's vibrational. In other words, the man that is alpha to you, you will experience as a vibration more than you will pick with your mental state. In other words, you will experience him as wild and unmanageable and not in your control, but still loving you powerfully, and it's a vibration. Your pussy will get wet, your heart will begin to open up, and your mind will begin to surrender, and that's actually the most ecstatic place that a woman can actually live in. It's her deepest ecstasy. The problem is if she doesn't encounter it enough. And so instruction is not a problem if he's alpha to you and he understands, if he's connected to something higher than himself even. I don't know.
And I agree 150% with the woman submitting to an alpha man's instructions. But based on what he was saying, isn't protecting you from yourself protecting you when you go outside of instruction? To me, it sounded a little bit like his love is based on contingency.
Or his love is based on you following.
Yeah, but is that really love?
Follow me.
Yeah.
Lead you to the promised land, baby.
I hear what you're saying, Ashonti. I don't
Maybe I misunderstood him.
It's not instruction based. He's speaking to polarity, which is what's so missing in today's relating, which is why it's all fucked up. He's speaking to polarity. In other words, women are diffused in our energy and our perception and our perspective. We're really diffused in how we think about things. And males are like, see the ball, hit the ball. It's a solid energy that's very linear. And so if he's alpha to you, then he can support you in being more grounded. And sometimes that requires instruction and feedback. If he's qualified, understand, if he's qualified to do it, and for me, he's got to be really qualified to do it. Because not every motherfucker can do that. So that's why you have to choose wisely around who's qualified. So I'll leave it at that.
I think also that's important. I think we are confusing independence and autonomy. You know, earlier, Panda, you were saying, well, what's so wrong about an independent woman wanting to be protected by her man and this and that and the third and wanting a man to protect her? And it's not so necessarily independent like I'm an island and I don't need you, get the fuck out my face. It's more so autonomy. And autonomy is more so of I am responsible for myself and my actions.
Right.
I have provided for myself to a level.
How many women you know are accountable? You guys are the masters of victimhood.
Well, everybody. Right now. How do we raise children if we can't be accountable? Huh? Don't you go run across that street? That's dangerous. Get over here. We know that that's our kid. If we don't teach him, he gonna go out into the world and cut up and act a fool. We know that, and that's gonna reflect badly on us. We know that.
Speak on it.
We invented accountability. You better check yourself.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't know if the men will agree with that. 844-55-1. That's the number to dial. Whitney.
Man, okay, back to the interracial dating, because I feel like we're really going ham. But I'm just like, why? My thing is here with interracial dating, date who you want. If you catch a vibe, if you catch the energy, if this white nigga has alpha male energy, then okay, why are you mad that I'm connecting with an alpha male, but his skin color is different? To me, it's stupid to not. You know what I mean? If you gravitate toward, but my thing is with interracial dating, if I choose to date a Filipino dude, I'm not going to bash my black men because I still love you guys. That's literally the only rule.
You being with a Filipino is bashing us by default.
See, energy and well, if what you're saying is so, then energy and vibration transcends race, right?
Yes. No question.
Right.
Say more about that, Doc.
Well, I mean, it's just transcend. I mean, one of the things that came to mind when Veronica was speaking before is, this is just to throw it out there, is she was talking about doing regression, hypnotic regression. And to not further complicate the conversation, but what about past lives? How many of us have had past lives as other races, other genders, things like that? Right?
Good.
So at some point, this conversation, in a certain sense, becomes moot.
So
right?
what happens?
How many lifetimes have I had as an Asian person or a black person or a woman or those sorts of things like that? And if that's true, what does that bring into my awareness when I'm sitting next to somebody?
This is big. This is gigantic. Because think of it this way. Your woman used to be Massa Charles. Right? No.
Yeah,
seriously, right? It used to be Massa. But now Massa has come back as a black woman. Right? To pay the debt of his racism and slavery participation.
Yeah, no, that's real.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To discharge that shit and experience the other end of what he perpetuated in a previous life. That's some crazy, man, this shit done went crazy. As if, and he said it, as if not to complicate this shit enough. I've even got another layer. I believe interracial dating and interracial marriage is really intercultural dating. But the only problem is black people ain't got no culture.
Yes.
So white people have to come into those kind of relationships kind of trying to understand what's missing, trying to buttress, or lift up whatever is there. Black people are going into the situation and people can say, oh, it's love, it's love, it's love. But you cannot ignore ageism, racism, sexism, classism. You cannot ignore the different privileges that white people get just unconscious in this society. White privilege is on autopilot. A lot of people don't even know about it. Like, Say you get into an interracial marriage with someone and they didn't know about the property shit that excludes people from certain neighborhoods. Tell me I'm bullshitting. Quincy Jones said, when I first got to Bel Air, there was a letter that was like, you don't get to live here. The Bel Air Association, you don't get to stay here. Right? That's systemized, institutionalized racism. And a lot of times, because it isn't spelled out as such, white people don't see it as racism. It's just part of the status. Oh, this is what I thought came with living in a gated community. And then you get married, right? And to a black person who may come from a different walk of life. How do you explain that? It's intercultural dating, and black people don't have a culture. What do you think of that? Ugh.
It's like the thing last night with Viola Davis and that woman from the soap opera that tweeted that she shouldn't have made her acceptance speech racial, right? And Twitter went in on her ass, right? About white tears, right? About white tears. Like, why would you, right? So
you talking about Viola last night when she was saying the only difference between a black woman and a white woman is opportunity? Shut up, Viola. No, I'm tired of those speeches.
I'm talking about the woman that there's a huge worldwide Twitter following right now on, what's her name, Nancy Lee Grahn, who tweeted about her acceptance speech at the Grammys, the Emmys, excuse me, and there's like an outrage. Everybody pushed back finally on this white privilege thing that is happening. Like, people start pushing back on this stuff now.
But some of this stuff is not necessarily white privilege. Some of this stuff is just white shit. Not white privilege, white shit. This our shit.
True.
We created this shit for us. This our shit. Niggas, go get your shit. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now. Listen to this though.
We stole it from you.
Wait. Veronica, listen to this. The world is not going to change, especially this Hollywood shit. Not going to change until we see a black female version of Tyler Perry.
Why?
Let me tell you, because Tyler Perry owns his own fucking production studio. He's
what about
turned.
Oprah?
Listen to what I'm saying. She's not doing it because she still caters to the white demographic.
Own Network.
Tyler Perry saved Own Network.
Yeah.
She tried to come in there with that highbrow spirit shit. Deepak Chopra, niggas wasn't listening to that. The fuck is she talking about? Enter Tyler Perry's programming, and it brought her numbers back up and made her solvent again because she was losing money.
Yeah.
Own was about to be out the motherfucking dough. Too much spiritual so fucking high, no earthly good. I'm telling you, when a sister comes in, writes, creates, produces, and makes her own shit without Hollywood's help, then you're gonna see the paradigm shift. The reason why crying and Carrie, what's the girl from Scandal crying during
Kerry Washington.
Listen, you guys are fucking reinforcing white supremacy. Because to say give me an opportunity is to say give me something. Make room for me in your world.
Correct.
They're like, fuck you.
Correct.
This is our world. This is why Friends didn't have no black friends on it. Fuck y'all. This is 7 white motherfuckers in New York. In New York, you don't see one nigga.
Chris Rock said the same thing though.
That's my point.
He said the same thing about black. We need the black Barbara Streisand is what he called it.
That's what's got to happen.
That's what he said. Yeah.
That's what's got to happen. You got to create your own content. And one thing about white folk, they smart. They see some fire shit. They're gonna be like, hey, let's do business. They saw Medea. Nobody would fuck with Medea for nothing. But when he started, hey, look at the demographics. Look at the numbers. I spent $1 million on this movie. I made 70. Shit. Lionsgate was like, oh, really, nigga? Let's see what you can do with $6 million a film. Do you understand what I'm saying? Create something. Have something. Don't just be like, give me the opportunity.
Agreed.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Create your own shit. I say the same shit to lesbians, gay and lesbian people. I don't ever want to see you protesting outside of a church. Jesus don't like you. It's said in the book. Jesus don't fuck with y'all. God be like, no, you're an abomination. No, that shit is evil. Don't try to force yourself into a template that wasn't written for you. Write your own gay ass rainbow Bible. All the pages is colored. Right. You know the book of analingus. Just write your book. Write your narrative.
Asking for permission. Stop asking for permission.
That's all I'm saying. We got to take a quick break. Zoe went on a tangent. I'm sorry.
That was deep, though.
Jesus.
Gotta give it to you.
Yeah.
I gotta give it to you.
Voice reading, Nick. We'll be back in 2.2 seconds. Hey, this is Zoe Williams, and you're listening to the Voice of Reason on Hot Button Radio.
And we're back, Dash Radio, the voice of reason, exclusively on Hot Button Radio. Make sure to download that free Dash app. Topic of the day. What reason is there for black women to remain faithful to black men? An interesting take on interracial dating and marriage in America.
Wow.
So before the break, we were talking about Scandal with Kerry Washington, and I have a question. And by the way, for people who don't know about the show, it's a white president that's having an affair with his white wife with a black woman. Would we watch the show if it was a black president and he was having an affair with a white woman?
Would they even cast a black president
I don't think
having
so.
an affair with a white woman?
Right.
Yes.
You
If he
think
was
so?
Danny Glover.
Ew.
Because Danny Glover played the black president in 2012. I don't know if y'all seen that movie. Okay, I watch movies.
I didn't see it.
No, they won't. They won't do that. They won't do that because they don't want the. They don't want the imprint of the black man fucking the white woman. That's the whole point of this whole racism thing. They don't want the imprint, and television is hypnotic.
Veronica, are you telling me the black dick is that scary? The black
I can see how it can be intimidating.
the world?
Yes, it is.
Doc
because
Barham.
it has the genetic DNA and the genetic code to actually eradicate the white race.
Doc
That's
Barham,
the whole get down.
you're a white man. How does such a statement affect you? Impact you?
I don't really find myself particularly terrified of the black dick.
Thank you. See?
Doc!
It's probably
Zoe
not,
just
it's
passed
not
out.
coming in my sphere anytime soon, so I'm not particularly terrified of it.
There's a black dick right around the corner.
Like he has no body, though. Like he jaws. Just dun, 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 dun.
But that's how,
Although, to
that's
be
how
honest
race-
with
that's why
you,
racism got created. It's how it got created. It's how racism.
that's a good point,
it's
though.
why it exists.
Because it's how Hollywood was created. The first movie, Birth of a Nation, where they show these crazy zombie black people black men chasing a white woman. And the Klan is the hero because they come in to save the white damsel in distress from the zombie Negro dick.
This is a real movie.
Right.
This is the first movie.
Yes, it's the first movie.
I
It's
was
the first
born in
movie.
'86. Right?
This is a real movie. The
It's
Klan
the
comes in
first-
like
it's the first propaganda.
It's
It's the first propaganda.
This is insane. What?
So, I mean, there's something to it. You guys remember years ago? If you're following me on Twitter right now, call to action. Do this because I want to show the panel this picture. Remember years ago they had LeBron James in that picture?
With
on
Heidi Klum or
Yeah,
something?
and he was holding her, but it was a remake of King Kong
gorilla?
holding the white lady.
Yeah, man.
Could somebody on Twitter right now post that? So I know it sounds fanciful what Veronica is saying, but there is some legitimacy.
There's a huge amount of proof. It's huge in the trajectory of whiteness in this country.
The
That's the whole
trajectory
thing is
of
that's,
whiteness.
The whole thing is about that. It's about denigrating the black male penis. And I'm not saying that the doc experiences it personally. I'm saying that your race projects it globally against melanated people and men all over the world. That's what y'all do.
Well, I agree that there's a lot of racism. However, I would expand it again to include that the racism I see actually is pervasive throughout almost all races. Right? I can hear, Chinese people being racist against Japanese people.
Yeah.
That's true.
Right? And they're both Asians.
Yeah.
Or so yeah, I mean, I agree with you to a certain degree.
Who has power? Who has power?
Yeah, I guess it depends. Who has power? I don't know that globally that it's white men who have all of the power. You could probably ask a lot of white people who would tell you that they don't feel like they're particularly powerful.
Well, I'm not talking about power on an individual level. I'm talking about it geopolitically. Who has power all over the world?
Oh, that's the white man for sure. Now, come on.
Well, I don't know. Right now, take a look what's going on with the Chinese.
I was about to say.
Right? How are they controlling the markets?
Good point.
Don't we owe them money?
We owe there
money.
Actually, we owe them the most money of anybody we've ever borrowed from.
Man, they about to drop a Rihanna-like mixtape. Bitch, you better have my money. Y'all better get it.
Or a bomb. You feel me? Like, I mean, fuck a mixtape. They might just drop a bomb, you know?
What the?
They're going to show up. Don't act like you forgot.
Yeah. You're like, oh, we remember back in the day.
China, go come over here and drop this record. Here we go. Record break for a second.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
You better come with my money. Don't act like a dummy. You better have my money. Sing it, Whitney. Better have my money. Don't be acting funny. I'm coming for you with my shotgun sawed off, and I'm get you caught off. Where's my money? Bitch, where it at? Give it to me right now. Said, where's my money? That's the remix.
That's the remix.
Voice to Read the remix.
Oh my God. Okay.
What just happened?
I don't know what just happened.
Just drop the bomb on us. I don't even care no more. I'm done. After that, we're good.
Hey, let's go to the phone lines. We have full lines. People want to talk. They want to chime in. Let's get them in here. Hustle, line 4, Miami.
Hustle.
What up?
Oh my, yeah.
Man, what's up, family?
What's happening with you?
Man, Aarona was just kicking that track off of that new mixtape called Bowling Balls and Earring Back.
Yes.
Man. But look, man, you know I like to just paint a picture, right?
Right.
So when I think about black women chasing after white men, it's kind of like you got a black man as your husband, and he's getting beat up by a bear with guns on steroids. Now, instead of you saying, damn, you getting your ass kicked, I'm going to get with that bear after you done. You need to be looking at it like, woo, the bear get all them guns. Because little do you know, that bear's grandfather stole the guns from your man's grandfather and using them against you right now. So if you go through that conflict, you're going to be switching sides.
Hustle bombs.
We need a woman that'll go ahead, use them curves or use whatever kind of influence you got to go get the keys to the shack so we could get the guns ourselves and use them as a part of our initiative.
Say that.
Wow.
Say that.
Wow. Hey, man.
Some of them hustle bombs.
But look at this, man.
Hustle is out of control.
America's money is just some little paper money. Hold on, Zoe. Let me get this out, man, because you already know this topic is fire. So the thing is, look where China's at right now. China's in Africa getting all them resources. They ain't caring about the little money, the little currency, and the little digits from America back and forth and all that other stuff. Because if you look at real political power, they still understand they got to hold landscape. Because if America ever really wanted to and go to war, it's still going to jump off. They'd be like, I don't care how many digits we owe you. You still drop all this technology on your face, and you already know what's going to happen.
Wow.
So we got to look at it on a flat level. You know what I mean? On a real level.
Wow.
Like they
Hey.
say, all fair and love and war. You feel me?
Hey, man, we appreciate that, man. Everybody on Twitter is posting that picture.
That's insane,
You know, everybody's posting it right now. Everybody. But here's the flip side. Kong was supposed to be a slight to heavyweight champion Jack Johnson.
Really?
Yeah. Heavyweight champion Jack Johnson was knocking everybody the fuck out. And he was wild. Wild in the sense of during a time that Jack Johnson was the champion, he dated white women. They created a law that made it illegal for a black man to take a white woman across state lines because of Jack Johnson. So a lot of people have speculated the history behind the movie.
Right.
Right? King Kong was a satirization of heavyweight champion Jack Johnson.
Yeah.
The only way to calm the savage beast is to put a little defenseless, blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman in his wake. Hey, we didn't create this shit.
No, we did
he was
not.
from New York
create
too,
this
wasn't
shit.
he?
We
That's-
did not create this shit.
Right. That's why I say when you wake up today and you go, oh, well, interracial dating is about preference. Let me just say, you know how far most people are away from enlightenment? This is, I'm just saying, period. Just regular. Like, just fuck, man. Give me a can of Pringles. Fuck. I'm going to watch fucking Family Guy. I'm going to watch 85 episodes straight. Do you know how far the average motherfucker is? And regardless of race, socioeconomics, do you know how far they are away from enlightenment? And although spirit is always working, it's not always perceived. It's not always in your consciousness. It's not always in your awareness. There takes some practice. There takes some centering, some grounding to even cut through the endless layers of bullshit you put on to distract yourself from just being mediocre. Like the fear of mediocrity for most people is just a fight right there. I just can't be regular. Fuck that. Right? So that in and of itself creates this whole cognitive dissonance that goes on. How the fuck you gonna perceive some spirit shit? So you can't even get to what a real preference is when you've got all of these filters. My question is, have you ever seen a person for who the fuck they were? Regardless of how they were raised, where they were raised, their socioeconomic background, their education. Have you ever seen a person outside of your concepts, outside of your ideation of relationship, outside of your expectations, outside of whatever beliefs you came with? Have you ever seen somebody like that? And if you haven't, there's no way you can have a preference, in my opinion. We've got callers. Line 2. Indy in the building. What up, Ronan?
Hey, Ronan.
What's up, family? What's up, ladies?
What you got for me, man?
Well, I've been listening to the broadcast, and definitely it's a very hot topic. And from my perspective, I've seen nobody better than black women, personally. But my issue has been when I'm intimate with a woman, a black woman especially, I look for the innermost depth of her. And the conflict comes when they become faced with the option of leaving the matrix, and they're terrified of what could happen if they did it. And that's what was my main problem. It's like, you know, as far as building something, when I want something, I don't have any children, and I'm about 2 months from 40. And the thing is, when it comes to decisions like that, I'm thinking about legacy. You know, acquiring wealth and building something, not just with someone, but through somebody. And you just can't go around and be the hood version of Johnny Appleseed and thinking anything productive is going to happen from that.
Wow.
So there's a lot of individuals who find it, I guess, beneficial to claim independence, but they're solely basically codependent on a system that doesn't give a fuck about them nor the individuals that they make fun of. So,
wow,
that's why I struggle with most times.
Wow.
That's brilliant.
I don't know. Well, me personally, I see better because you have black women who are the most copied and envied individuals on earth, and when you try to explain to them, and I had women cry about getting a big chop. I said, I'll walk you through it and go through the whole process. But when given the opportunity to face herself, they run for the fucking hills, which is what I've seen. I wouldn't say every woman, but most of the ones I ran into, they run for the fucking hills. They rather live a lie than be able to embrace the truth, and that is outright disappointing.
Yeah. I have a question for Ronan. So I've asked you this before, and you say that you don't date outside of your race. So since you're almost 40 and you haven't settled down yet, what's your number one problem with black women?
Ooh.
My main problem is most I encounter are not legacy-minded. They like to go on this social shopping spree when we can actually build things within ourselves and for ourselves. And I think of things long term. When I'm doing something, I like to include her with it. I want her to be right next to me with it. And most of them don't want to pull the weight. They'll like to sit in the back seat and they claim that you ran the marathon. And that's not how it works. So My thing is either she's an asset or she's a beautiful liability, and I can't deal with it.
Wow. Hey, Ronan, I appreciate that. Ashonti, that was a great question. I appreciate that. Thanks for calling, brother. Call in anytime, 844-55-1. The phone lines are completely on fire right now. This is a great topic. People want to chime in and share. But let me just say, fuck. I mean, when I'm listening to this whole conversation, man, and it's somewhat disheartening. We just live in a disposable society.
Right.
Technology is disposable. Clothing is disposable. People are disposable. So when you put on all those other filters, this is why I say it's so difficult to get to a space of enlightenment, a space of awareness, a space of what I like to call clarity. I think Krishnamurti said the highest form of intelligence is an intelligence that is objective and doesn't judge anything that it experiences. It's too fucking difficult for the average ham sandwich to do that. Right? There's a word in Sanskrit. You remember in the old cartoons you'd hear, "Oh, you're a ham. You're just a ham." In the old little cartoons. You remember that, Veronica? That word, "you're a ham."
Yeah, no,
right?
absolutely. It's different than what it means today, but yeah.
Right. What's interesting about that is that's a Sanskrit word from Hinduism. It's aham. You pronounce the A with it is aham. And it's the Hindu word, the Sanskrit word for ego. It's too much ego in the relationship. So what happens is, okay, I'm striving for a better life. I'm striving for a better, what I consider to be successful. But did I write the success narrative? Or is the American dream written by, can we be honest, a white supremacist system that keeps you in it, striving, grinding, hustling, doing whatever, fitting in, conforming, capitulating, all of the shit in order to make it to a place where you can say, see, and with 20 or 30 years, you could own a place like this too, Akeem. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, part of that is our problem is because, like I said, it's intercultural dating. White people can say, nigga, we got hot dogs and hamburgers. You've got soul food. And they can simply turn around and say, that came from us too. We didn't want it, and we gave it to you, nigga. Now make it nice so we can want it again. And then start cooking it and claim it back. But I'm just saying. Am I bullshitting? Veronica, am I on some bullshit right now?
No, it's the way the whole system's been designed. And so I think that what's happening right now is that people are waking up to the fact that that system is rigged. It's totally rigged. And so not only are black people going to have to understand their innate power because it's been suppressed for so long, but white folks are going to have to understand their innate rage and hatred that they have had for the brown and black people on the planet as a collective. And whether or not you have it directly, you still benefit from it. So at a certain place, everybody's going to have to come to the truth and reconcile themselves to reality. That's what's just going to have to happen.
So
for this planet to continue to survive.
So you tell me white and black people have to have a come to Jesus moment.
Absolutely.
Aarona, what would that come to Jesus moment sound like? DJ?
Oh, snap. I think he is trying to wake up the good sister Abernathy from Corner Road, Side Road, Back Road Baptist Church. And that moment would look like this. I, said white person, have wronged you, black person. I've wronged you really bad, and I'm sorry. And then the black person would say, yes, you have, but I have taken some benefits from being in this position as well. So if we can just come together and just decide to like each other, love each other, grow with each other, then we can achieve Martin Luther King's dream, which, as Chris Rock so eloquently said, is the dream where we can all be average.
Yes.
We have the right to fuck up and make errors and be able to start over without judgment, without failure, without feeling that we are left in and somehow have missed the mark and are inadequate, insufficient, and all them other words that Reverend Jesse Jackson uses. I'm Sister Abernathy.
I'm just saying, we try
May
to
God be
have a
with you.
praise break. That's all.
That's so awesome.
Be with you.
That's all.
Love it.
We just needed a praise break shortly.
Silly,
Speak on it.
silly.
Speak on it, choir.
Yeah, biscuits. Yeah. We
Okay,
was listening
that's
to
enough.
we was listening to the Biscuit Boy.
This shit is crazy.
It has the ability to get really weird really quick.
Hey, I love it. Listen, we've got callers. Let's get them in here before it's all over with. Let's go to Kansas City. Line 4. Cosmo. Speak on it, brother.
What's up, family? First off, I just want to, my whole being, my whole essence, the reason I live, the reason I wake up and go out and get it every morning is for the black woman. So,
Okay.
I mean, just forgive me if I hurt you in any way. I love you.
There we go.
I vow to never allow my mind or mouth to become weapons that destroy or separate or break up the bonds. You know what I mean? Of our love. Because I mean, you really, you're my everything. I mean, like, I don't know how to put it into words, but
They melting down. Keep going, brother. Keep going. Keep going.
This is like a scene out of Best Man. Keep going.
Hold on, speak up.
I don't know. I just love the black woman, and I mean, I don't disagree with other people that go to the other races and whatnot, because I myself have done that earlier in my life. Just so you know, I had to sow my royal oats per se, but I know for a fact, 1,000%, that it's the black woman. That's for me.
Prepare the royal baggage. Oh,
What the-
sorry.
Coming to
He's going to soil his royal oats.
And for the fellas, so I'm going to speak on just some firsthand experience, because right now I'm celibate, but from my past I definitely had a lot of women, so I could try to maybe give some advice on just what I did to basically to get good black women, because I've always had experiences with good black women in my past. I never really had any bad experiences with black women, and for like one of the things that I did. Okay, you just follow me. It's 4 points. First, I put the purpose. I put my purpose in front of women. My purpose was over women, and then I had my self-love and my self-respect was over women. 3 was dick management was over women.
He been listening to all those old what shows.
I got a book on that.
Let this man live.
Yes.
But when I would be in the presence of a woman, it would be her over everything.
Amen.
Just gave me
Smartest one
chills.
in here.
Now that's protection.
He the realest.
No,
He the real
hey.
MVP right here.
Seriously though, man, we appreciate that gesture,
What's his
because a
name?
lot of women would say men, especially brothers, need to do the
That's
grand
amazing.
grand
Amazing.
gesture, right? And that's one of those gestures right there to say, hey, it's messed up, but I still want you, and I still approve of you, and I want to build with you. So that's dope, man. I appreciate that. Whitney and then Aarona.
I just want you to add me on Instagram at Miss Taber if you're really on some real shit. Like, I'm like,
Man, he's about to have me crawling butt naked on a carpet.
I was like, these girls are going crazy over it.
Right.
Even Veronica, I said,
Right.
oh my gosh, what is
Right.
that? It's in. Wow, that was great. Well, on behalf of the black women, I'm only half, so I don't know if I count.
You count.
One drop rule, baby.
But
I'm only.
I'm just saying, hey,
Lay down on your side, then.
haters gonna hate, but
Lay down on your side.
we appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Listen,
because it's been a
that's
real long time.
That's a panty dropper thing. It's a panty dropper thing that he just said. Women will surrender to that energy right there. They'll surrender to that.
Even when they cussing you out, if he just said that shit, I'd be like, all right, cool. I'll go change the tire, nigga.
I'll go change the tire. It was the if I've ever done anything to hurt you or do, I'm sorry.
Man, I'm about to-
Okay,
he
ladies.
got me
He
about-
said that with his shirt off.
He
I
got
heard.
me-
We've got callers.
I'm about to call.
I gotta get these callers, ladies.
Look, speaking of callers, I'm about to call
Y'all
my
turned
ex.
up right now.
He just-
Line 3, Andrew, Vegas. Holler at us.
Hey, Andrew.
Hey, Tamara. Hey, what you doing? How you doing? Hey, listen. So, there were 3 callers before you that mentioned something about him having a problem with black women. I don't understand. I'm getting kind of sick and fed up. I'm getting sick and tired of these Sambo ass niggas always trying to dislocate themselves from, again, like I said before, a strong black woman. I just don't get it. Maybe it's because you had a bad experience in the past, and you see you go on YouTube a lot, and you see all these women out here acting all crazy and acting all ratchet and stuff. Why don't you turn off the YouTube and go to your mama and put the titty in your mouth and see what it's like to be powerful and spiritual? Why don't you do that? And another thing I want to say to you, maybe, just maybe, if you treat them with love, respect, have intimacy, and have the discipline, because I don't see it from a white woman. Maybe I haven't had that experience yet. Maybe I hadn't had that experience. But I'm getting sick and tired of these Sambo ass niggas trying to disrespect black women all because they have an experience at one point.
You better say that.
Maybe you ought to get on your knees. Maybe you ought to get on your knees and pray and ask God for forgiveness, and maybe that spirituality will come up in you and grind you up, melt you back up, and build you back up to be a black man again.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Ain't nothing worse than a Sambo ass nigga disrespecting a black woman.
Church music
you
at
got
now.
three intelligent black women in there today.
You could say that.
About time we
I got
some.
rug burns on my knees.
Do you?
About time we got some.
No.
Keep it going.
I want to hear him.
You are black just like the rest of us. You are black just like the rest of us. Yeah. You will be inside the house or you'll be outside picking cotton just like the rest of us. You belong to us, sister.
Oh, yes.
You belong to us. And as far as I'm concerned, I love and respect and cherish. And the only thing I can do is cherish my black women. Especially when we can come together and nurture and build a black community.
Jesus.
Enough said.
Ooh, drop the mic.
He had his eyes closed.
Bow.
Phone lines, phone.
Drop the mic. I appreciate it.
That was great.
Shout out to Vegas. Turn up.
Was that
always,
Vegas?
Always bet on black, player. Always bet on black.
That was good.
I love you.
Man, listen.
God, I love you.
He had his eyes closed. He was in a dark room talking with a fan on, wind blowing.
We needed
smoke.
to hear that.
That was great.
Did you guys need to hear that?
We
That was
needed to
fantastic.
hear that.
We don't hear it enough.
Ever.
Well, let me ask you. I want to get this from every one of you. Listening to the last two callers, how does that change the way you view brothers?
We got two. We got two on our side. I'm with it.
That's exactly what I thought I would hear.
I always
Ashonti?
said that I preferred brothers, so it doesn't really change anything for me. If anything, it validates it.
Good. Aarona?
Likewise. I mean, I'm very big on the respect. Be good to me, and I'll be good to you.
SOS band? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That
I live by
always works. Veronica?
There's no conflict between love and love. And so if there's real love in the space, then everybody recognizes it. So whether it's for the black woman to the black man or vice versa, there's never a conflict if it's real love. There's no conflict between love and love. So if black men are willing to love on us and demonstrate that, I have no choice but to love that back.
Oh, that's good stuff. Line 5, we're going to Mike. Mike from D.C. Speak on it, Mike.
Hey, what's up, Pam?
What's up, Mike?
Mike?
What's up, man? What's up, y'all? Just getting home, man. I'm just finding out the topic, man. So I'm coming off this at the top of my head, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I think that the thing about what all people kind of get misconstrued is, especially like I think us as black men, I think like when you say like why black women act this way when they don't act this way towards like white men. I done seen ratchet white women. I done seen ratchet black women. I done seen ratchet Hispanic women. They are all sassy too. So I don't really think just because like her color, she's gonna treat you any different. And tell me if you agree with me on this though. I think a lot of white women are more submissive to black men because they grew up in houses with witnessing their white dads exert power on them. As you know, black women, they don't really grow up in a household with black men. You know, just to like witness power exert on them. If they were black, they still wouldn't respect them as much. So this a difference between a white man exerting power. I mean, it's different than seeing a white man exert power opposed to seeing a black man exerting power. You agree?
That's interesting. That's a very interesting angle to take. And who would have thought that Allison's, in Wonderland's little hole in the ground would lead all the way to this?
Did you know that guy was on coke when he directed that movie?
That would make sense.
Who was?
A Cheshire Cat and all of that. Yeah, that
The
would make
director of Alice in Wonderland.
The guy who wrote it.
Random.
He was high.
Hey, Mike, always appreciate your perspective,
Mike.
man. That was good stuff. Thanks for ringing us, man. We appreciate it. We got to move quickly. We got a lot of callers still online. KJ from DC. What is that, line 4? Line 5? Yo, KJ.
Yo, what's good?
Is this KJ or is this D Nice?
No, this is D Nice from Chicago.
They call me D Nice. What up, man?
Hey, let me bring some more balance back to the room because
Thank you,
I
brother.
think
Jesus.
it's a lot of callers calling in, kissing ladies' ass. And I'm
man,
not
it's a
gonna
bad
say
thing.
anybody, but let's bring some balance to the room.
Chicago.
These the same lame ass dudes that get mad and call you a bitch as soon as you turn them down from not giving you your number. So let me holler at y'all for a minute. Now, I'm listening to the topic and a lot of callers and everybody throwing around this independence and this protection of black women. Let's get one thing straight. Black women, we do not control any industry in this country, so we cannot, hold you back from anything. So you're not gaining your independence from us because we never kept it from you. Secondly, with you gaining your independence, that was black men paying the price from us being emasculated by white society. That had nothing to do with you being strong. Being a strong black woman, that concept to me is ridiculous. Because if you need to be a strong black woman, that means that the black man was taken out of your life or taken out of his role in order for you to step up to be a strong black woman. That makes no sense to me. And for people to run with these concepts and these ideas about you being strong, independent, and black, but yet you need to be protected, that really doesn't make sense. You're talking about black men protecting you and black men going to white women, but you got to understand, black men love all types of women regardless of the race. It really doesn't matter. So I just wanted to bring a little balance back to the room because you got a lot of these guys coming in, kissing ass, and not really making any sense by doing it.
Hey, man, I appreciate the call, man. Thank you so much. Listen, let's do this really quickly because time is short. Let's do our summations. I want to start with Whitney Taber.
You always want to start with me.
You were
my thing is guys, bring it on in. Bring it down a notch. Just kidding. Fuck all that.
Get on down.
Listen, here's my thing. I was created by a white dude and a black girl, and they were in love, and they created me. And I think I'm kind of cool. I think I'm adding something dope to the world. So why should we stop a good thing when we got it going? If you love who you want. Don't disrespect your own race, though, because they don't prefer what you prefer. If women can date who they want, men can date who they want. It's literally 2015, so do you, boo-boo. I'm out. Holler at your girl at Miss Taber.
Ashonti.
In short, for men and women of all races, if
Ashonti.
you want to be in a relationship...
That was my bad, man. Sorry. Go ahead.
Now I feel like I have to freaking start over.
Ashonti! Where are they? No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I cannot deal with that. In short, for men and women of all races, if you want to date an angel, create heaven, because angels don't live in hell.
Oh my God.
Damn, okay.
She got poetic on your ass.
Love Jones.
Justice.
Whoever it is, Veronica, is that you breathing? Shit.
No, it's not me.
Okay.
Not me.
Doc, your summation?
Like I said earlier, and I agree with you that I think love is the way. And that transcends all race, creed, color, and gender. So the more that we choose that, as opposed to fear or divisiveness, I think that the faster that we'll all grow.
Excellent. Aarona?
Oh, yes. First and foremost, let's state that Black love is revolutionary, as we said previously. But let's not get it confused. We got to all have knowledge of self, knowledge of the individual. And according to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, self-actualization should always be at the top of any person's individual journey, which goes back to what I was saying, the difference between independence and autonomy. We got to be responsible for ourselves, full in ourselves, because once you know how to love yourself, you can love anybody.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Aarona Lopez out.
I love it. I love it. Veronica Conway, can you smoothie some words as well?
I love what Aarona said because it's true. We have been at a deficit of love in our community because we have been at the effect of so much hatred in the world. And so what I would say is that there is a profound moment that is happening right now where we get to actually love ourselves and love our other melanated brothers and sisters and do that first. In other words, we've been loving the white man or at least revering him for a long time. It is actually time to bring it home to ourselves and each other and to quit diffusing it out there in the world and spending it in other places. Let us spend it on ourselves and we can win the game.
Man. This was a very interesting topic.
It was.
I hope we twisted your minds. I mean, that's the whole purpose, man. I just want you to stretch and expand. You know, we do it with silliness, irreverence, comedy, insight, spirituality, poignance, shit, downright disrespect. I mean, we do it with all angles, man.
You're welcome.
And no, really, and we just want people to be able to see, you know, from a different angle, from a different perspective. You know, you don't have to stay in that other perspective, but just know that it's there and know that it offers a different vantage point. So that's the whole purpose of the conversation and why we have it the way we do. I had a great time. Listen, you guys got to follow me on, what's my Instagram? At Mr. Zowhat. Follow me on Instagram. Oh, by the way, for all the people who've been trying to order my book today, somebody actually hacked my website.
What?
And here what's crazy. They took off all of my products. That's it. My book, my coaching, they just hacked my website and shut it down. I promise you.
If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. So
I'm
you
just
should
saying,
be like, that's
somebody
cool,
like cyber attacked a brother today, and nobody's been able to get to my phone or to the book. You know, nobody's been able to order today, and it's really whack. But we're putting up another site shortly to circumvent that as we correct the problem. But hey, we're going to keep doing these shows. We will be back on Wednesday from 5 to 7 p.m. with another riveting topic. If you're ready to participate, ready to laugh, ready to share, hey, this is the place to do it. The voice of reason, Zoe Williams, and his wild-ass lemur crew. Yes, you guys are lemurs. And yes, they're very majestic monkeys from Madagascar. We love you, and we'll be talking to you guys Wednesday. Deuces.